us.
Neither
We
one
both
of
wear
us.
skirts.
Yeah, we're both.
Okay,
You
good.
both wear jeans.
We both wear jeans. I hate jeans.
But I'm wearing them
Okay,
all
go
the
ahead.
time.
Go ahead.
Okay, what would you both? I guess this is more like who knows me better, but like,
Okay.
what would you both eat if y'all could? What would y'all eat every day if y'all could?
Hibachi.
Hibachi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hibachi, yeah.
Hibachi,
So
yes.
it's the
It's
shit.
thebomb.com.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the ones my mom made. These are more deep, I guess. I chose
These are more like ex-husband, ex-boyfriend kind of questions. Because
Okay.
we are divorced. Okay. We're divorced.
You said best. Okay.
We're divorced.
Quotation marks?
We're divorced. We're not married, Hubert.
I know, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
They're engaged.
Okay, go.
All right. Did I ever do anything that made you jealous?
Did I ever do anything? You have to answer that. Did I ever do anything that made you jealous?
I don't think I was ever a jealous person, but when we were separated or divorced, when you started dating, that's what made me jealous.
Okay.
When I thought I was only for you, and you know,
Yeah.
forever and ever.
Yeah.
And then when I realized that that she could move on, that made me jealous. It made me realize, oh shit.
I'm fucking up.
Okay, Mom.
Okay. I don't think that anything that you do makes me jealous. I think that when women are disrespectful in front of me, that makes me jealous. You know, like you know how when you're out with your pareja and you notice other people notice them, the fact that a woman doesn't respect the fact that you're with your woman and your kids, that makes me mad. It doesn't make me, and not that you do anything to make me jealous. It's just others, the disrespect from others that makes me mad, and then that makes me act jealous, because you know Mexican girls or Hispanic girls are fucking crazy. You can't fuck with us like that. So yeah, I'll look at you real quick and be like, bitch, I saw you, motherfucker. Don't play.
It's like if someone says,
Yeah.
if someone tells him I love you, who's sister? Who is sister?
Yes, like
when you didn't buy no hair in my truck, and you're like,
who's the bald bitch that was in your truck? Because I know the bitch has been in here. No, I mean I can be jealous if if I see something that's being done stupid, but I don't think that I'm walking around being jealous 24/7. Yeah. Okay, go.
Okay.
You want me to hold it?
No, it's okay.
We're using a selfie stick because we are poor and we don't have.
We're
technology.
We're very blessed.
We are very blessed, but we don't have like Kika. You know, she's got like a little camera stand and stuff.
Ring lights.
No, bring it down. There. Okay.
Okay. Next.
I'm gonna try to hold it as long as I can, but you know.
Biggest regret about relationship.
You go first, shit.
ladies first.
Así que chingón, no es cuando te conviene. Shit, I'm gonna say we didn't communicate the way we should have in the beginning, right? Like,
Kids first.
right, like in a marriage, yeah, everybody's like, oh, my kids come first, but it really isn't like that, because your kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna leave, and then you're stuck with this person that you don't have anything in common with, and you argue all the time about stupid shit. And so you have to find time for yourself. So I think the fact that we didn't do that, no, like we didn't do that for each other, even though I tried. Yeah, I think that's probably you.
Biggest regret
Yeah.
is that when you would ask me to go out and this and that, and I would preferably stay home and watch TV, watch sports, and that is my biggest regret. I should have taken the opportunity and get to know each other more as
And
friends.
spend time with each other as a couple
Yes.
outside of our kids and our
Yeah.
duties as brothers and sisters.
Because
and
y'all got
all that.
pregnant with me a month after y'all started dating, right?
Yeah. No, we met in December. I went to see him in April, and I was pregnant. I got pregnant when I went to see him. So when I came home, like 2 weeks later, I was like, ooh, guess what? So we had Valeria pretty quickly. It doesn't mean that we regret anything, because we don't. We don't. No, we don't. But you know, I just think that when you put your kids ahead of your marriage and your relationship,
Your marriage will break up.
yeah, because you can't. You can't just be a mom and a dad. You can't. You have to be friends, husband and wife, partner, friends, everything. Like,
And that was my mistake, is being a provider first instead of well, it's good to be a provider, but
yeah.
I didn't put you.
You didn't prioritize.
Yeah, you weren't my first
And also, I
priority.
was kind of a brat.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I was.
Yeah, but that's something that we allowed. That wasn't your fault. We allowed it as your parents. I mean, your dad, you know, Valeria was one of those little girls like, don't hug my daddy. He's my daddy, you know, and she didn't want us to kiss in front of her, which all little girls are like that because, you know, that's your daddy and you get jealous of your daddy. But the fact that we thought it was cute and we allowed it is
Yes.
yeah, it got out of hand to where Beto eventually just stopped trying to hug me in front of anybody or stopped trying to kiss me or, you know, and I wouldn't kiss him and then I'd just be like, why? Because Valeria's just going to cry. And it wasn't her fault. It was our fault because we allowed it. Next.
Okay. Worst thing you ever did to each other.
The worst thing I ever did to you probably was slap you. Remember that time I slapped you? In the kitchen. I think the cucuy got over me. I was just like, but we were in a really bad place. Like, you didn't want to hear me out, and I wasn't trying to sit there and explain 40 minutes of why I was upset, and then have you just say, well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's when me and Nick were like really little too.
Yeah, and so I forgot what you were. I think you were fixing the disposal, and I asked you something, and you gave me some smart ass fucking remark, and I had just had it, and I just walked up to you and I slapped you, and then I felt bad for it, but I didn't regret it in that moment, you know, because I was like, he fucking deserved to get his ass slapped, but that's not. It wasn't right, because I wouldn't want somebody to slap my son. You know what I mean?
Puppy.
I think the worst thing I've done to you is probably all the neglect and the psychological humiliation, ridicule, whatever you call it, and just taking you for granted when you had enough of me. Would tell me that we're gonna go our own ways and get separated, and I just tell you, you know, the door's right there. Do whatever you want. Instead of trying to work it out and trying to hear you out, I think psychologically that just fucked you up.
Yeah.
And then and I just didn't take in consideration how much it would affect our relationship. But because I took you for granted, that's pretty much why I would do all that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but when one person in the relationship suffers from like depression and the other person doesn't understand that, it's not that they're not sympathetic, they don't understand it. And then when they use that against you, that think that that's fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you enjoy our sex life?
But look ask that question.
Did you
Oh
pick
my
that
God.
question?
I just wrote it down. I don't know.
Yes. As much as day one.
You're gross.
Okay, then I don't. How about that?
Your ass is stinky. I mean, yes.
Don't shake the camera.
Okay, I'm trying. It's hard. Okay, go.
Okay, next. What would you do differently? About the, I don't know, it just says that. So
What would you do
Just in
differently?
general or a relationship? About
anything. Like overall.
For me?
For like both of
Shit,
you.
I tried everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Would you
I mean, I wasn't perfect,
Mm-hmm.
but I probably wouldn't have said I'm leaving so many times. I would have just done it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you tell someone, fuck it, we're gonna get divorced, or I'm fine, and you don't do it and you don't follow through, then it becomes just like another, whatever, bitch, you ain't gonna do shit kind of thing. You know?
Okay.
Papi didn't get to answer, ma'am. I wanna know what he was gonna do different.
What would I do different? I would probably not taking you for granted. That's what I would wish I could have done different. And wish I would have gone out all those times that you invited me to go out. My excuse was, oh, who's gonna take care of our kids and that they're little and this and that. And that would have been that's nothing, you know. I have 5 sisters, you have 5 sisters, you know. Anybody could have taken care of them, but that was my excuse, and I just wish I could just taking you out all the time when you want to go out, just me and you.
I think at the time you thought we're gonna go out and we're gonna spend all this money and for what and blah blah blah, but going out like that with your pareja doesn't mean you have to spend a lot of money. I mean, at that time we didn't have what we have now. We were a lot broker, and we didn't have as much money, and we were
Just a simple walk to the park.
yeah, like little things. I'd be like, hey, you wanna? I don't remember what I would ask you. What would I ask you? Stuff, simple stuff.
Go to a bar and have
Like
some drinks.
let's go to the bar and just have like 2 or 3 drinks and just get out of the house without the kids. Oh no, you know. So after like 10 years of that, you just get tired, and then you know it becomes the routine, which it shouldn't, but it does. Anyway, go.
Okay. Babe, it just says songs.
Oh, what songs remind you of me? That's what the question was.
Oh, Marco Antonio songs remind me a lot of you because you love Marco Antonio. I know you like Duelo. All those songs remind me of you. Chris Stapleton too. I listen to Chris Stapleton. Those pretty much the main 3, huh?
Okay, so let's see. There's a lot of songs that remind me of Beto. Probably the ones that would make me cry when we first got divorced were probably like
The Duelo ones.
Duelo ones, like Veneno. Eres Veneno. That one, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna dedicate that song to that motherfucker. But you know, you just.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I was like, bitch, this is your song. But I think every couple goes through that. Like, you know, like, I hate you. This song reminds me of you, and you know. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. Next one. Your worst habits.
Ooh, what's your worst habit? Your worst habit what I think is your no, like what I think is your worst habit is like probably your procrastination.
Like I
Like
delay things.
Yeah, you delay things. Like for what? Just do it. You know?
Really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about your worst habit? What habits do you have?
I have a lot of bad habits.
You do.
That like would annoy me or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one thing that I do dislike is that that the house could be like all messy for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden you're like, everybody fucking pick up, do this, do that. When the house had been already messy like 2 or 3 days,
It's
and,
because
and the kids are all like mad
what
at
the
you
fuck?
and fight in their mind.
You know why?
Cussing you out.
Because for 2 to 3 days, I've been trying to let it go. You know?
No, but like if you notice like one little like, let's say that like Nick had a hat on the table, and you'd like,
I
Nick,
know.
pick it up right
Yeah,
now.
that's what
And
I'm
Poppy would be like 2 days after you'd be like, okay, pick this up, and like 5 days. Didn't I tell you to pick this up yesterday?
Well, because I've been trying to let it go, and then it just becomes overwhelming, and so then I start bitching about it.
Yes.
That's what
It's
it
probably
is.
when your anxiety kicks in.
Yeah,
like you have high anxiety.
yeah, exactly. I've been trying to be calm for the past 2 days about somebody leaving their shoe by the sofa, and then after 3 days of the same shoe being by the same sofa, it just becomes too much, and I just flip out. Yeah. Okay, go.
Okay. What do you argue most about?
We used to argue mostly about the
Your
kids,
kids,
and like,
how I would treat Nick and how you would treat Bea, because you know how I baby her and you baby Nick.
yeah, and then we'd argue too about like each other, like you don't give a fuck about me, and then you'd be like, well, you don't give a fuck about me, and we used to argue. We haven't argued in a long time.
I don't think it was ever about money because we
No,
always
we
been
never
broke.
argued. Yeah, we grew up broke. We stay broke. I mean, we pay our bills.
Yes.
You know, we're not struggling to pay our bills, but we don't have money like, you know, I'm gonna take this bitch on a $2,000 shopping spree. So I didn't marry you for your damn money. You know that shit. Okay, go.
Okay. Best physical traits.
I thought we had already answered that one.
No, that was just the sex one.
Oh, okay. No, but like one of the first questions were.
No, I just said I
Yeah,
don't have
said
an ass.
you said you're small, and you said you liked me because I was tall.
Okay, well then.
I guess that's it. So it's part 1 of the husband tag. Or
Okay, there's a part 2.
the fiance, yeah. I will tell y'all later.
Okay.
And guess, see you guys in the next video.
Okay.